All right, everybody, we're getting ready to get started here in just a second. We are live on location at Prime Steakhouse. Faith, we are selling the food back there already. It is outstanding. So,
Yes, so excited for whatever it is that we're going to eat today.
the connection may be a little bit spotty. I mean, we're good here. Maybe it'll pick up. We are out there. Apologize if it's a little spotty. So, um, technology will make you figure your hair out sometimes. It just really makes sense. Maybe it'll get better as we go on. Yeah, we know that. Yeah, welcome in everyone to the Auburn Blitz. We're live on location at Prime Steakhouse, and from time to time down here we do get a spotty signal. We apologize. I don't know really what else to say. Just bear with us. Continue to try to make sure that it's as strong as possible. But if you can fight through it with us, we appreciate it. And spotty is the food here, and that's here, and how everything is down here at Prime Steakhouse. So check them out. We'll be talking about their menu things. You and I just put our order in. We're a little happy.
I'm really excited because the food always is killer, and then also I get hungry every time I'm here.
Absolutely. So again, we apologize if the connection is not the best, but we're going to continue to try to make it what we can. So again, thanks for finding us. Everything Auburn Blitz brought to you by Glenda Mitchell Law Firm, and again, Glenda's a frequent fan of Prime Steakhouse,
and she's also on a lot of cups here.
Well, not the glasses. Yeah. I mean, she's not on the glasses, but the cups that you get. Yeah, all plastic has Glenda Mitchell on. So yeah. Check that out. Again, the food down there is phenomenal. We talk about it all the time. I'll show you that. And I just pulled it up. It is a little bit spotty. I don't know. Maybe during the commercial break, we can try to correct that. I don't know why we would be having issues inside the building. So we'll keep trying. Anyway, moving along. Appreciate all of you for our podcast, and thought that was a little fun.
That was a great.
It was eye-opening. Is what it was.
And also, I think we are just year-wise. It's not 2020. It's not 2021 anymore. So 2017 is not just 3 years ago. 2017 is almost a decade ago.
That's crazy. And if you figure out what we're talking about the schedule and looking back at when the last time I beat everybody on the schedule, and it's been a minute for several of those teams, Faith. And when I look at it, the way you can fix it is go out there and win it. Right. And again, in fairness, you don't play all these teams every year. So when you say, but unfortunately, like for Georgia and Alabama, you play them there, and when you go back and you ain't beaten one since 2017, the other one since 2019, there is no excuse of going, oh, well, we play them every 5 or 6 years. No, you don't. You play them every year. And that's what's made, and I said it this morning to you, probably a little bit harder to endure. I mean, 5 years of a losing record's rough. But you haven't beaten your rival, either one of them, in that time frame as well. And some of those games kind of got away from you. All of the fan bases used to being at the top of the SEC, Tennessee, Auburn, that has struggled, the pride doesn't go away.
No.
And so we lose consecutive years, and it stings.
It does. The pride doesn't go away, but also we've said it multiple times that the meaning and magic behind Jordan Hare also starts to go away, and it doesn't make it some on-scare place for play anymore. Now this year, they've the consequences of their own actions of not having a good season last year with all the night games that they had, that now this year it's all early afternoon, mid-afternoon games.
Well, you get punished. I mean, let's just be honest. I mean, everybody loves a night game turn hair, but you got to earn your keep. And you do have the Florida game this at night, but then the rest of the season at Auburn, you play out in the sun, man, and that is what it is. And
don't get that light show. You don't get all the cool things that go into.
You know, I'm so glad you brought that up. You know what? Maybe it's a good thing.
Because it was like they were all out there celebrating while you're losing, and it's like.
And I'll be honest with you, and y'all chime in, and we're gonna switch connections at the break. So hang on with us. If it's a little rough right now, stay with us. Be patient with us. So we're gonna switch connections at the break. See if that helps. Faith, I'll be honest with you. I'm the same way. The coaches in school when I was growing up, if you're going into the fourth quarter and you're getting your butt beat, and everybody turns the lights off and it's great. And all of a sudden, you lost the whole concept of what you're doing. Like, do we want to come and party? Do we come for the light show and the party and the DJ and the dancing and the videos? Or do we come here to win a football game? And that part loses its whole meaning when you get your butt beat every freaking week.
Right. Well, you bring up a great point of what it was like playing, a couple of years ago versus now for the videos or for whatever, it might be like the hype up that you're supposedly getting, which you're not. And it's almost like it's hyping up the other team because they're like, look what they're doing and we're about to beat them in. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a very...
I'd like to hear what everybody thinks, because I've heard mixed things. Like, I know there's a lot of people that enjoy that, but I know a lot of people are tired of. If you're winning, faith is different. Like, if Auburn was winning, it would be a different feel.
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you think that Coach Tuffle would have allowed all of that to happen when he didn't allow them to practice on the luscious grass practice field?
No, I drove him over personally in that golf cart, and you and I talked to former players, and they said, man, we had to go out there and there was glass and, dirt.
Because you have to build that toughness. You weren't just automatically deserving of the luxury part of being a college athlete. I mean, there's obviously a lot of grind, hard work that goes into it, but,
But what's wrong with earning?
My point exactly. Like, why do it's all going back to NIL, honestly, of like where they think they're so deserving of them.
We just had that conversation with somebody just now before the show. It's changed. I asked Jairus McIntyre, that's going to come out later today. But I asked Jairus this question. I'll give this part away. I said, do you feel like NIL in the portal has soften some of these guys to the point where if they experience adversity or something doesn't quite go the way they want it to, they just go, well, I'm asleep. It's an easy out. He said, without a doubt. And he said, back in his day, even early 2000s when he played at Auburn, he said, when you signed with the school, you were there. That's where you were. And, you had to figure it out. If you weren't playing, then you had to figure out why you weren't playing. And
well, actually, I'm really glad that you said that. I'm sorry.
No, you're not. No, go ahead.
I was just listening to Tom Brady in an interview that he did when he was at Michigan, and he was obviously not the starter for a couple of years. And he said, had there been the transfer portal, maybe he would have gone and transferred somewhere else, but that wasn't the case. So he had to work his tail off in order to get a start his senior year.
Right.
Like, it was so different for him because the transfer portal wasn't there and as accessible. He said, maybe I would have used it. And I was listening and I was thinking, why your story is so good about how hard and how dedicated you had to do and he said he had to do every single snap like it was out there game time.
Maybe he wouldn't be the quarterback he ended up being if he hadn't done that.
Literally, exactly.
I agree with you, Faith. I think that, and that's what Jared says. But and I know there's a lot of people out there to go because Shaquille O'Neal said multiple times he's not giving another penny to LSU basketball because it's a new. He said these guys don't know me, I don't know them. Charles Barkley said it about all. Look, I know a lot of people go, well, it's easy for them, that are pros to come back and say that, they wouldn't have done it and they're not giving money. No, I think that's what made them who they were. You didn't have an escape route. Now, again, could you still transfer if you wanted to? Yeah, you still had the opportunity. Things just turned to crap and your situation was bad and the coach left. You still have the opportunity to transfer one time. Now, this hopping around.
Five schools in 5 years is absolutely not.
You and I both have talked to multiple coaches, high school and college. And I think it's safe to say unanimously, we haven't had one coach say they haven't. And they don't like the fact that the portal was installed. It's just like anything else in life, it's like social media. I use this as an example. Social media can be used for positive things to keep up with people that you don't live with, friends, things like that. Or, is there a dark side of social media? Is it bigger maybe than the good side? Yeah. You get out of something what you put into it, how you get it. The portal was created to be a positive opportunity for a kid to maximize their NIL if top echelon athlete, or if a change is made and a coach leaves or something happens that you can leave if you want to. But it's being used mostly by kids that are disgruntled. And like you'll see with Jarris McIntyre, majority of those guys that are getting in the portal aren't ending up anywhere. They're okay, if they're not working out at the school that they're at, what makes you feel like you're going to go get in the portal, jump over to a school, and all of a sudden be the savior there? I mean, do you not have to earn your keep there too?
It's the same way with the loyalty from the student athlete that they don't have to the school or to the coach or to anything there. That honestly, coaches and the faculty there sometimes don't have the same loyalty back to the players. They're not fulfilling the role that maybe they promised them. So
it's harder too.
There's no question it has to.
Knowing that.
I mean, I asked Coach Williams that.
You did.
When I talked to him,
you absolutely did.
And I mean, he said, yeah, and he's in the same boat. He decided to move from Macon, Georgia, all the way to Oklahoma without his mom in drivable distance, so he could go through those tough things. So I could learn how to wash my clothes without any help. Like it's just
he's needed to grow up. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a break because I feel like we need to wrap it here. So anyway, we're going to take a break. We'll try to fix the signal. Stay tuned. More to come on all the release. Maybe this will be better. I'm hoping. I don't know what's wrong. We run into this down here. Yes, we know everybody. We appreciate it. Thank you. All right, we're back now. All right, tell us if it's better now. Mm-hmm.
So, and the Wi-Fi is even struggling on my phone.
Better for a second.
Oh, it
Oh,
looks
yeah.
against.
Yeah. No, no, I gotta get there. I'm blaming there. Go back. Oh. Aggravating. All right, guys, we're dealing with some connection issues, so just with us. Appreciate the ones that are hanging in. I have no control over the Wi-Fi. We are in a steakhouse, and you would think it would be top notch. So.
So now we have it.
What? We do have it?
Yeah. Maybe.
No, that's what it keeps doing.
Oh.
That's what it's been doing.
But have you ever had this where it's shown? Okay.
I don't think, not that I've known. All right, guys. Again, trying our best over here. I wish there was something to do. Can I hold my arm up? Maybe signal, whatever. We're working on it. 30 seconds. I'll be back. Just fight through with us. If not, y'all can flip it away. So we'll be back again. But Prime Steakhouse is where we are today, and the food is great. Don't let the signal fool you. The food is always top notch. Man, I didn't mean to go down that rabbit hole on this, but that's a good topic right now. Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. 45 minutes left on the show today with our 1964 signal that we got rolling through TV and on social media. We apologize, but look, I mean, nothing we can do about it. I mean, just fight through it with us. And so anyway, we're trying to do the best we can today. We don't run into this hardly ever. We don't have a problem, a signal problem ever. We were just bragging on that yesterday about how great your signal was downtown Auburn. Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
I know. You jinxed it.
I probably did. That's the way it goes for me most of the time. But anyway, everything Auburn Blitz is brought to you by
Glenda Mitchell and her law firm. They work so hard each and every day. It's Friday. She might be here tonight.
I would definitely think that it would be a good chance of a Glenda Mitchell spot. You know, I think that absolutely could happen, and y'all need to come on out to Prime. We'll have a menu for you here in just a little bit, but their oysters, they're just second to none. Like, we were literally talking about that last week. A bunch of us went to the coast. We had some oysters, and we all looked at each other and said, man, these are good, but what they do at Prime is better. I mean, that's not being a homer. I mean, it would be, oh, y'all, of course, whatever. But like, it is amazing, the oysters that they have here in the menu and how they and everything that goes with it. So, so go check them out. We'll talk more about it as we move along here on the show. Faith, next week is fall camp, and we have presser with Alex Golish and both coordinators. What is it and I didn't ask you this morning, so and y'all feel free that are fighting the signal over here. What is it that you like to hear from Alex Good and coordinators? I haven't really thought about what we're going to ask yet, but I want to say that one of the things that you're going to hear pretty quickly is what does he want to see accomplished the quickest? What is it that he wants to see? Probably because he challenged the players that when spring was over, they were going to have to do things on their own, build camaraderie, build chemistry, a lot of new faces. And if you don't do that part, then it's hard to expect that you're going to be successful on the field. So I think that's probably going to be one of the things that's asked the fastest is what do you want to see out of the gate come together the quickest?
I think that along with I think you're going to be able to tell who did and who didn't work on things during the fall. I feel like that's going to be a really easy.
Who got after it in the weight room?
Mm-hmm. Because again, it's one of those things that they're getting pushed all the way to the limits. Like this is not going to be, an easy fall camp. And I think especially with Alex Polish and already how intense he is and how everything has to be done 110%, that, if guys are gassed or they're not able to compete with each other on a physical level or something, you're going to see who didn't put in that work. And I'd be terrified of what would happen.
Hey, look, you know what? It's kind of like getting ready for a test. It doesn't take long to see who prepared and who didn't. And I think you hit the nail on the head. You're going to see the ones that got better. Deshaun Spencer, who we've already heard, even Byron Brown, how hard he's worked. Some of the guys that there were questions around, let's be honest, Bryson Washington, Deshaun.
He lost the weight that they needed to lose because it's obviously hard for some guys to gain muscle and gain weight, but losing the weight, that means you had to put in that work. Like Bryson Washington was told he needed to lose a couple of pounds before heading into fall. Xavier Newsome. And then obviously you've got Deshaun Spencer, who needed to put on some weight and needed to. Same with Corey Pettigrew. Talk about him needing to put on weight. Like it's gonna be when you first go out there and you lock eyes with whoever, you're gonna see if they put in work off.
We'll see it immediately. Yeah. And I'm telling you, with this coaching staff, they don't hold back. Like you're going to get called out. You're going to be told, hey, look, you didn't go out there and do the things that you need to do in all season to get better to try to help this team. So I think that's going to be one of the first things. I think also, again, with it being the first press conference with Joel Gordon that we have since that one in the spring, really see what he says about how this offense developed, throughout the spring and where he sees this offense being, because he has been around a lot of these guys that he's going to be working with this year when he was at South Florida. So I think that's going to be a thing that you'll hear for Joel Gordon is what is his overall feel going into fall camp about the offense, and then DJ Durkin. What do you think he's going to say as far as what would you anticipate from his side?
He's probably going to talk about just I think he's going to talk about the leadership that comes from the defense, along with
he's going to talk about those young guys in the secondary that we haven't seen a lot of.
Yeah.
That are going to maybe improve. I don't know. That's kind of one thing. I definitely think the leadership part.
Yeah, because I think you've got you've got X, but then you've got Deshaun Womack, who we were told right as spring was ending that he was really becoming more vocal and was just fulfilling that leadership role. And then also just the development process, I guess, there for those younger guys.
And see, there's a lot of talent in that defense that just had an opportunity to shoot much. All right, so Mo Tide asked about how many close winnable games. Faith, if I remember correctly, and I know it's not funny, but it is, that Auburn was the best, worst team in the country last year. If you flip the one-score games, I think Auburn would have either won 10 or 11 games last year.
Well, yeah, I mean,
if you kept the wins that you kept, which was 5.
You could have beat Oklahoma for sure.
One score.
Texas A&M.
One score. Georgia was up. You should have been up 17. Missouri 1 score, less than a score. Kentucky for sure. I mean, there's 5 there. So I mean, there it is. I mean, 10.
And Alabama was just 1 score too.
11-1. Now I know you're not going to flip them all. I know you're not going to fight, but if you just got half of them, you
already had half of those in the bag going into the fourth quarter.
Right. So half gets you to 8 wins. That's how bad that was. That if that doesn't scream culture and mentality, like you lost those games because you weren't mentally tough. Like the Missouri game.
That's why I really think Alex Polish this fall camp is going to be able to, I don't want to say like knock guys off, but like be able to see who is mentally prepared and who's not.
2 things I want to remind you of, and I know one of them's going to make you laugh, and we'll go to break. The first thing's not laughable. That when you go to overtime in Missouri and they point at you and they act like they're pointing at you on your home field saying, we about to take this, and you just stand there like a zombie. Like, you know me, Faith. If that guy had pointed at me, that'd have been first of all, it would have been the overtime period would have been postponed because there would have been a punch thrown. And I just think and we saw so many people talk about that, and it was like that right there was enough of a punch in the gut. And then one player, we're not going to mention her name, you can figure it out, but Alex Golish, in a one-on-one, me and you off to the side, looked at us and said, when I watched film on that guy, I couldn't believe he was at all. I mean, he was in shock. He said not only was he in shock that he was on the roster, he was in shock that he started. He said, no wonder they didn't get the results they needed if that's who you were running out there. I mean,
I'm not.
I think a lot of people can guess who it was.
I know but I feel like if I say anything, I'm going to give it away too big.
It was hard not to laugh. And he said, look, man, I'm being serious. Like, he said the guy walked in his office and said,
don't.
No, but I got to say this.
No,
but I'm not going to get you just asking what he was going to do to get more NIL. And he said, I'll tell you what you're going to get.
No. All right, we're going to come back.
But that's not anything that he wasn't sharing openly anyway. I mean, I think he was trying to tell everybody that the gall of some of these guys to come in there based off of their lack of – I mean, Faith, it's like you coming to me going, hey, I need this, this, and this, and you ain't dadgum hit a lick and stick in 2 or 3 months and you expect some compensation. It's like, really?
I asked for a gavel.
I mean, I'm trying to help over here, Ben. I'm not giving anything away.
I asked for a gavel. Are you comparing me?
No, that's not even close to what we're talking about. But anyway, I think in summation, and we're way over break, just to kind of wrap this up, be kind of, and it's kind of like with Nick Saban, kind of what helped him leave. All these guys came in after they just got beat. So what are you going to give me? He's like, I'll tell you what I'm going to give me. I'm going to give me retirement. And then you can figure it out. So, all right, we're going to take a break. We're up against the break. Thank you so much for staying with us. Yes, Mike, we appreciate it. Yeah, we're struggling over here. We're trying to fight through it. We'll be back with Marvin Blitz right after this.
It doesn't help that we're not talking, so I can't hear how spotty it is. Oh, I can hear.
You can hear? I think the audio's fine. I just take the picture. She's put the restraints on me. Mo tied over here. She's trying.
I can't.
I'm trying over here, man. I'm trying. But anyway, all seriousness, I think the moral of that story is you are working with a bunch of guys that really don't have a concept of, they feel like even though they didn't go and perform up to par, and it could be a number of players.
What was up to par though? There was no expectation last year.
I can. I am not going to go into detail, but I can give you what wasn't up to par was what this one player didn't do, and to have the gall to walk in and ask a new coach.
Right, but I'm saying like there was no set. Like I think there's one of the biggest issues is there was no set example of what was expected of this team. Like that's how much the leadership was lacking, was that there was no set. The expectation was to go to a freaking bowl game.
Right.
Like there was no.
Can I use another current example? Like let's just use me and you. All right. What if I'm non-communication to you? I didn't. If me and you only talk once a week, and you're like, well, what do? Do I just sit here and wait for him to give me instruction, or do I have enough about me to go out and work on things and set personal goals and all that? To go along with what you're saying, I agree with you. But I think there's some of these guys that go, okay, maybe from a team standpoint, we don't have a clear vision on what we're doing, but I got a vision for what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Keldrick Fault's a prime example of that. I think he's like, yeah, we ain't getting done as a team, but that's not going to affect how I go out and approach the game or how I'm going to work. And, maybe I can be an example to somebody else. I think there's a lot of personal respect and pride that's involved in some of that.
And I think Connor Liu is another good
100%.
one that
I agree with that.
That the same way, okay, I really like that Todd just said winning is as contagious as losing.
Oh, 100%.
Because I think Connor Liu was also like on the offensive line where there was no direction. I think the offense entirely.
Right.
Connor Liu tried to do the best he could to have some direction and have some motivation for.
I think he did that with Kel Ellis last year.
Yeah.
I mean, a guy that's the youngest kid in college football.
But for specifically the offense last year,
right.
Because that's where everything was lacking. Because obviously DJ Durkin and Coach Von Williams, on the defensive side, they were good over there.
They were.
But the offensive side.
But it got better when Derek Nix kicked in.
Exactly. So that's what I'm trying to say.
And again, you and I were told this by a former player. And how the meetings went during the week. This was while Hugh Freeze was there. And they would work on things and be on the same page. And then on game day, they changed because he was up in there. And that's why it so makes sense now when you look back on that and why things were off. You're like, did they even practice? But you imagine, if you and I were working on something all week, and then
we go into
and then somebody else comes in and changes it the day of all the stuff we worked on all week, and then somebody comes in that hasn't been involved in the planning, decides that, hey, we need to do it this way, and you and I are sitting there going, I don't know what to do. I mean, that's what was going on. That's the truth. I mean, if you want to know the truth, that was what was going on.
It's hard to believe that you go to a program like Auburn and allow that to happen.
Well, it's embarrassing.
As obvious as it was, and then now after it's like.
If you want to say ego got in the way, then how about some people can't? They'd rather go down with the ship and be on their watch. But if you were that checked out and you had good, let them do that. Why not let them do that? Makes you look good, doesn't it? If Auburn would have gone 9-3 last year, who would have gotten the praise for it? Hugh Freeze would have gotten the praise. I didn't see that coming. It didn't come across, King. So, all right, we'll come on back now. Welcome back to the Auburn Blitz. Halfway through our show, a little bit past time. here on the show. So we didn't get that. We didn't get that key cane. Yeah, we didn't get it. So I don't know. We're struggling. Our here struggling today, but we are at Prime Steakhouse here at Stillwater's. The food is outstanding. We'll hopefully be able to have something to show you through the grainy screen. But I think our audio is still okay. I know a little bit. But it's beyond our control. We apologize. We don't like to put out anything that's not good. But for some reason, the internet's not strong today down here. But it is halfway through our show, and guess what?
Peppertree Steaks and Wine. They've got the best wine selection in Auburn, Montgomery. There's a different wine selection at both.
There is.
And you can go over there, the Faith Filet, and have Jeff either cook it for you, or you can take it home and have them cooked. And then there's also the butchered pork chop. And you can.
It's about this deal, too, by the way.
They are so. I don't know what he grinds them with or what he does.
It's a different taste.
I don't like pork chops.
You do that one.
I clean the bone on that one. Like, it's so good.
It's phenomenal. So, yeah, go check them out. We appreciate Kathy and Paul and Jeff and everybody involved at both locations. So go check
They
them out.
cater too.
They do.
So if you want any tailgates that you want to have catered, go ahead.
Got a big tailgate planned already for the Florida game. So that Peppertree will be sponsoring. So, yeah, it's just a conspiracy theory. Conspiracy over here, Motab. Exactly. She's not allowing me to tell all the dirt. So,
I mean, on my case every time.
yeah, they love to give you grief, but I think it's all in good faith. So, all right. Anyway, kind of talking off the TV side at break. About
it ended up being probably some on the TV.
Yeah, there's some on the TV, and we'll keep pulling here. When we reflect, talking about the press conference on Tuesday, what do we expect to hear out of Joel Gordon, DJ Durkin, and of course Alex Golish? We have about 20 minutes with each one. You think Alex Golish can only go 20 minutes? So we'll see. Now Taylor's going to be over there going.
He's going to wrap it up. He's going to have a timer on his phone.
In that time frame, may get 2 questions, but anyway. I'm very interested here. If I get an opportunity to ask, we absolutely will do is when we leave the press conference, we're going to give you a full rundown, a recap, and we're going to go live and we're going to talk about that. So that will be on Tuesday. The internet will be good for that. I promise you, it will be. We will go live. It will be a lot better than it is today. And again, I don't like it when things don't work well, so we apologize, even though we don't really have anything to do with it. We do want to put out a good product, but looking forward to that. And then Wednesday and Thursday, we will have practice viewing windows.
We will, so we'll be able to post a little bit of video from that if we are allowed to take some video, and then we'll have our recaps that we'll post on Instagram, Facebook, which will be a quick little video posting just what we saw, how it went.
We do want to make sure all of you know that the post-game reaction shows are back in full effect, courtesy of Peppertree Steaks and Wine, since this is their segment, halfway point of our show. And we're going to do even more with that this year. So excited about that. Appreciate them so very much and the loyalty there. That's going to carry over into basketball season as well. So I know we did a couple last year, and we won't do every game again, but we're going to do more than we did last year.
Isn't there a game that starts at 12 o'clock Central Time?
There is.
Not for that game.
Yeah, we won't be doing. That's one of the Vegas games.
Yeah,
that's one of the Vegas games. We won't be doing that one for sure. But we will be bringing you a lot of different stuff and content. So again, we want to promote. Go out there, and I know we say it, but I'm gonna say it as long as I'm breathing. Go out and subscribe, hit the like button, and by word of mouth, that's as good that's as good advertisement for us as anything for all of you to go out there and tell everybody to find us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. If you're an Auburn fan, or if you're not an Auburn fan, if you like the content.
Yes, we appreciate it. And I'm so excited for those this year because, again,
they'll be at 2:30.
Yeah, that. But also, I mean, hopefully we're going to be having different conversations than we did last year.
Yes. Yes, that's the most hopeful thing about those post game shows is that they will have a different tone to them than they had this past year. So, all right, we're up against another break passing again. We're trying to catch up here, man, like the stream. Okay, we're just trying to follow in suit. Stay tuned for the Auburn Blitz right for this.
We're actually working with Pepper Tree on a code right now.
Yes, we are. We absolutely are. Just like we have a code. Hey, want to pump up again? Faith was over there yesterday. Let's see if we can pull this up for you guys at 360 Destinations in Auburn. If you looked at our Instagram, she posted the videos of the condo, but you can rent that condo or any other property there on 360 Destinations. Faith.
Yes. And I don't know what's going on with the service because now I literally
Man, that is yeah, that stands for something else, maybe. But anyway, you can get 10% off your next rental by using Blitz 360 Blitz.
Mm-hmm.
And Faith, like you said,
beautiful rental yesterday.
You go on the website, you cut out all those other fees too, right?
Yeah, so all the VRBO fees or the Airbnb fees that you might run into, they upcharge you a ton, and that's why you want to go ahead and just go straight to the website. It's still linked in our Instagram story on everything,
Yep.
So it brings you straight to that actual Tiger's Den room on the website.
That place is awesome.
It was.
I hate that I couldn't be there yesterday, but it was great to see. Yeah, we're always going to persevere there. Tide. We're going to fight through. We're not getting in the portal just because it's been a little rough today. We're not going to get in the portal. So,
we are working on getting one at Pepper Tree. We
Yep.
had one, and this year we'll still be doing.
And they want to do it. They want to do it again. So,
but it doesn't hurt to just tell them that Auburn.
My own son didn't use it. I mean, we had code. Of course, they went over there and ate like kings about every week in Auburn. Ate way better than when I was at Auburn. And they would send pictures of all the great food they were cooking. I'm like, hey, did you use the code? And he's like, I forgot. I'm like, of course you did. So anyway, there's my contribution back to Pepper Tree. I made plenty of contributions back, trust me. So I know they feed us well when we're over there, but I paid for it. So
Love them.
So they're great. Prime Steakhouse is great.
Sue me that I don't like staying up late.
Well, that's absolutely false. I might portal somewhere, but it won't be there. I promise you.
It's Texas A&M.
I'm going to reveal my top 3 at the end of the year if it
Funny.
doesn't go the way we want it to go. So I thought I was doing coming.
Oh my goodness.
No, you're absolutely great.
Thank you.
Yes, and we're going to show them off.
Yes,
bit, so
thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Awesome.
you. This looks great.
A little $100.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we're out spinning this. There's the Philly ribeye. It was winged over there. Oh my God!
I'm so hungry.
So the lunch specials that we got today, the Philly ribeye.
All right, we're back.
We're back, but I'm telling you, man. Well, you know what? We're back for TV.
Yeah.
Let's show everybody, man. What are we
We
putting
were
it up
just
for?
showing.
All right, so we're at Prime Steakhouse, obviously, and I got the Philly ribeye.
I got the wings.
And look how big those are. Like, good Lord.
I'm so excited.
Those are chicken legs. Those aren't wings. Those are chicken legs. So
for you.
anyway, just a great menu here for lunch, and then I think they start firing everything up for dinner. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
You're so awesome. Everybody down here is outstanding. We love it so much, and Man, it smells so good. This is torture.
I know it's always the last two segments where it's difficult, but that's okay.
And Brian is so good. Like,
So
seriously,
good to us.
if you have not been down here on a Friday or Saturday night,
What are you doing?
I don't know what you're doing. The atmosphere is outstanding. The food's great. Don't sleep on the chicken fried steak. I know you get a steakhouse. I love the steaks. I love the seafood down here. Don't sleep. Everything I have down here is great. Brian's great. Back there, he's full allotment of everything on the menu. And through Sunday, they do a breakfast buffet.
I'm so excited. We're going to be doing breakfast. So fun.
We're going to make sure I'm not eating. I'm just not.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not eating anything because I don't eat breakfast. I love breakfast. I don't eat it very much. And I'm sure this breakfast buffet, I mean, everybody just raves
Oh
over
my gosh, it
everything.
has to be.
So then we're actually going to go out and try to play 9 holes and showcase Stillwaters. We have some video of the course and all, and then we're going to come back and do our noon show from right here inside Prime Steakhouse. We're going to have a full day for you that day of a blitz, just hanging out down here in Stillwater.
Yeah, it's going to be so much fun. So anyway.
All right, so moving on to next one. Question marks in anticipation. What group are you going to go to first? I haven't even
Offensive line.
offensive line.
Yeah, you just have to. I mean, I think.
Bama Willie said ask about the line again.
Yeah,
So
I think not only from where it was last year, but from where it was at the beginning of spring to the end of spring, it's going to still be a point of concern
it should be.
up until probably Baylor.
Okay, I'm going to ask you the first bad question. So don't kill me. What do you expect without us talking about anything surface level? How should Auburn? Should that be a dominating game for them? Or I don't know how to really pose what I'm trying to ask. Should they go there? These, or do you anticipate that game being a struggle?
I feel like that game should be taken care of. You know, like I think defense is going to eat DJ Lagway alive. I never would want somebody to get injured, but I feel like he is so delicate.
He's fragile.
Yes, fragile that if he takes one hit from whether it's Deshaun Womack or Jared Smith, like I think he might go down and take the easy route out and just be like, I don't want to get hurt. I
hate to say this too, watching some film on him in the spring, his throw. I don't know what's happening.
Like I just think the defense is going to eat him alive. That I don't think they're going to be able to score points. Now Auburn hasn't been able to score points in the past. Are they going to be able to score points under this new offense? I think they should.
I'll bring that up to go along with your concern about the offensive line, because if you go over there against a team like Baylor, again, I'm not diminishing them, but if you go over there and you see an offensive line that's struggling in that game, I'm concerned. I'm just being honest about it. I mean, if you're over there and it's more of the same undisciplined, false starts, holdings, things like that, even though it's the first game of the year, I know you're going to have some jitters and mistakes. I get all that. But overall, if you're looking at the game from start to finish, if it is a mess on the front against a Baylor team, I'm going to be concerned.
1,000% agree. It's going to be the feeling of a long season again. Because last year, I mean, we thought that Baylor was going to be the real deal last year, and they were going to be able to really make Auburn go through some hell in that first game. So when it was a pretty close game, you thought, okay, that's a good Baylor team. Auburn, they were able to win. Maybe they're going to be pretty good this year.
And both, it was smoke and mirrors too. The fact that, and now that I look back, and everybody was excited about Jackson Arnold, but he didn't do anything through the air. It was all his leg.
Right.
You know, Auburn dominated running the football, and that's why they were able to win the game. So it didn't expose the deficiencies of that team. So we walked out of there with a false impression. I mean, it's all. You know, what we walked out of there going is like,
defense.
oh my God! Like, I thought we were going to be so much better, and it ended up flipping. So, all right, we will take our final break. We'll have a location at Prime Steakhouse. The food is outstanding. I can't say enough good things about it. We'll be back one final segment right after this.
We went to East Alabama High School Media Days this week.
Yeah, we did that this week, and then we're still doing our. We got Donovan
coming
Moore.
up today.
We got Donovan Moore next week, though. We will be going up Monday. Instead of him at Bessemer City, Auburn commit. So another one of the top 10 in the state that are committed to Auburn. So looking forward to that one.
Yeah, I'm excited. And then I've got Jaden Aparicio Bailey coming out today too.
Yep.
Really good kid.
Clemson commit.
Yeah, good athlete. So
yeah, I mean Auburn's in the mix there, and he's
for a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, he talks about it, so you gotta tune in.
He does.
He was very complimentary of Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
He really was. I mean, he was like, that is the plan, Justin, at down in Dothan. Yes. Absolutely. It's probably the last one we do.
Yeah.
I think we're at 9, and this will be 10, Donovan Moore, and then there's been some fluctuation on some guys. But King Hall Composite's the number 1 player in the state. So definitely going to go hit him up. There's one thing about us. We log miles.
Yeah.
We log miles.
Yeah.
For two people that really don't really like long road trips, we've learned to figure it out. So
yeah.
I have enjoyed the flight trips because you can just sit back and kind of chill for a couple hours. But then a lot of when you go to Texas and you fly to Texas, you still have a 2-hour drive everywhere you go. I never thought I was going to make it to Baylor, especially on the way home.
No, on the way there.
I've been on the way back to the hotel. I'd never thought that. I was like, does this road end? I think I was going like 90 miles an hour. I felt like we were sitting still. And then something.
You were going 90 miles an
something
hour.
went by. So it was a UFO that went by. Something. I've never seen anything like it.
Like, it was faster than a hummingbird.
I just saw a blur. And we were like, was that a car? And then another one came by. I was like,
I was going to say, was there another?
Yeah, there was 2 of them. I swear I was going like 90. And
you weren't. I remember. I had to be really loud.
I'm sure.
I made you stop. What I thought was
That
after
whole-
what
that
I
whole
thought
thing
was
was-
after 2 hours,
I mean,
but it was only like 30 minutes one time.
yeah, time went backwards, remember?
Mm,
Like,
Yeah.
didn't it say we had 30 minutes ago? So, anyway. Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. And again, appreciate all of you hanging in there with us. Those of you that have today with a little spotty connection here, again, it's beyond our control. Not much we can do about it. But again, we are appreciative of our partnership with Prime Steakhouse and Stillwater's Golf. Just a great place to come. And like Fridays and Saturdays are just on fire down here. I mean, it literally is the place to be. And again, their lunch menu, we're eating off the lunch menu today because they get everything started a little bit later this afternoon for the dinner. But man, they've got full oyster menu. They've got the full steak. They got Wagyu steaks, man.
oh my gosh!
We've had
one
them.
of them.
We've had them.
So good.
They are all the buzz for sure. And then they've just got a variety of great seafood to pick from, fish and all that. So come on down and check them out here. All right. So look, next week we'll also be talking about basketball. I know we're heading into football. But we're talking about basketball because basketball's heading over to Greece. Right?
Yes, they are, and that is going to be so. Have they announced if we're going to be able to watch?
There's still nothing
Okay.
that's been released yet.
But that's going to be so fun. They
This
went
was
to
text
Israel
I went
last
to
year.
text Ted, so yeah.
Yeah,
They went to Israel 2 years.
2 years
Yeah.
ago. And the Greece team, is this the one that
Serbian national team, I think, is who they're playing.
Yeah,
in Greece.
that's the one that Philip played for, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
It's the semi-pro team that Philip played for. So again, that's a little bit of an interesting tie there, but I'm kind of enamored right now with Narcisse. This guy, man, like,
Wait, did you see the post of the shoe size?
it's unbelievable.
The fact that it's the same size
Of
as
a
a computer,
yeah, and they put the drill beside it, and
and
like,
a hanger,
yeah,
that
close
was,
hanger.
oh my god.
Did a 20 or 22?
20.
20, isn't it? I think that's what Shaq wore. I think Shaq wore 20. But just the size of his foot, like, but that picture that's out there of him, and Adam Olsen is 6'8". He looks like a little bitty kid, and Dodd looked like literally he was just born.
Like
He's like at his knees.
No, what's so crazy? Just think about, if his girlfriend had forgotten shoes and she needed to run outside or something.
There's no way. She fits both her feet in one
She
shoe.
would probably like a clown
I-
walking around. That would be so funny.
Well, he's just a massive guy. Like, he weighs 280, and he is just his cat. Like, this is not, a lot of 7-footers are bean poles. And you're just like, okay, he's 7-footer, but it is amazing to see how big physically he is.
I don't, again, that's some sort of like genetic lottery that he's
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
big as he is,
Right.
Like,
Right.
that is,
He's a big.
at
He's
least
a big
it's not like you can't get hit and then just fall over and break.
So I'm excited about this roster. Look, I'm excited to see what they do over there. It'll be the first, glimpse of them playing together as a team. And
Crazy thing we were talking about yesterday.
oh
you
man,
and I, about
that's more you want to throw.
no, I was just saying that he might be going
Oh yeah,
and playing somewhere else.
1,000%.
Which it's just, I hope the chemistry this year looks a lot different and feels a lot different than last year. Again,
I think it will. I definitely think it will.
have two leaders, one that I feel like really started to just kind of wither away at one point into Todd, who you thought was going to be a leader, but he was just overtaken.
If we had bet halfway through the year last year, I would have pushed everything to the table that guy was going to be gone.
After the LSU game,
I said, man, he is out. Like,
last
this
time
guy.
at the Neville Arena.
Then he comes back, and then and KO. Like, well, the thing about KO is, it was fishy a little bit. It's sometimes with him
Yeah.
in games. You come out, shoot 3 air balls, and you come back in the second half and score 25. It's like, hold on a minute, dude. Like, so what's going on? You don't do that.
To a point,
So,
I'll take it.
Yeah.
To a point, I'll take it. I'll say, and I really like him. I think he's gonna definitely grow as a leader this year.
He needs
and
to.
evolve
He
as a
needs to
leader.
because Stephen Burrow looked directly at me at ambush after I asked him the question about those two guys. He said, "It's their team. We'll go the way they go." He said, and I'm putting that on their back. He said they're the leaders. They were the only two that returned. If we don't have a good year, he said that's it.
What's so interesting, and we only have a little bit of time left, but how you can, on a basketball team, with how small it is, kind of really give that leadership role to people,
Right.
kind of coach up the team. Obviously as a coach, you have your place stuff too, but on a football team last year, if that could have been the case, I think Auburn's football team would have been way different.
I agree. Had somebody that is going to be stepping up and kind of taking control.
I think it would look so different, but that's just the difference in roster size and
yeah, you
the
just have a
way-
very, very small amount of room for error on the basketball roster. If you miss on a couple of guys, it hurts
right.
really, really bad. And Auburn missed a couple of guys last year. It absolutely is the reason they didn't make the NCAA tournament. So, all right, we're up against the end of the show for TV. Again, we appreciate everybody. We are so sorry that the signal has been spotty here. Don't know why, but we fought through it. Thanks to Brian and Prime and everybody down here in the golf shop. We appreciate it so much, Faith. I'll let you send us out here heading into the weekend.
Yeah, I hope everyone has the best weekend. Y'all be safe. Again, the weather, it's going to be hot, but
Yep.
also rain, so y'all just be careful.
Absolutely. And again, come to Prime Steakhouse for dinner. Friday, Saturday nights are the time to do it.
Night to Linda.
Night to Glenda Mitchell down here. We appreciate her and her law firm. Faith Richardson, I'm Brett Richardson. We have enjoyed it. We hope you have see you next time for more of the Auburn Blitz. All right, guys. We will not put you through more torture of this. So appreciate all of you sticking with us. Figure out time we're here. We haven't had this problem.
I know, not
So
here. We'll have to figure something out.
but a lot of you stayed with us, so we appreciate it. So hang in there and we'll move forward. We'll check y'all next time.